I don't read, and I can't paint. What the fuck good am I? Hi.
Hi.
Hope you enjoyed whatever it was you were watching before this.
Hopefully it was the other video that we did.
I mean, you know.
I'm sure it was.
But I did say after this we'd be back, so clearly I was implying that they need to watch something in between.
Oh, yeah.
Unless you're watching this first, in which case, what are you doing? You like saving the bad news for last? It's weird.
It is weird.
Going out on a depressing note like that.
It was 2016.
Yeah, fair enough. There was a lot of depressing notes.
A lot of good movies.
Yeah.
There were actually some good movies. I've got a top 5.
I got a top 10, and then some other ones.
I don't even think I saw 5. I was broke most of this year, so I did not see a lot of movies this year.
Yeah.
I mean, it should come as no surprise to anyone who's watched anything we've done before what my top 5 are. In no particular order, because I don't feel like ranking shit. Well, he can rank stuff.
I'll be ranking.
Yeah. So, Civil War was great.
Mm-hmm.
I'm throwing that one out first because I've got tiny physical representations for all the rest of them. 3 of which were actually from movie theaters when I went to go see them. So we've got... I got Blind Donnie Yen here from Rogue One, because Rogue One was fucking great. I've got from a movie theater, The Enterprise from Star Trek Beyond, because that movie, not what I was expecting, but very good. We've got Doctor Strange, because obviously, you know, it was a good movie. And then sitting up here, see if I've got something I can actually have him sit on, because he only sits on things. He's not going to sit on my phone. Anyway, it's Deadpool, because Deadpool was great too.
Mm-hmm.
So, here, he'll sit on Doctor Strange.
Or on the Enterprise.
No, he'll sit on Doctor Strange. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Deadpool will sit on Doctor Strange, and that's how we're doing this.
I like that.
So yeah, those movies. Anyway, feel free to rank, and we'll talk as you do that.
Well, you got a few to talk about, and I probably could take up an entire video, so...
I'll help.
Yeah, I didn't see a lot. I did see Deadpool. Deadpool was good.
Mm-hmm.
I was expecting to not like it for some reason, but then I did like it, so that was nice.
Do you not like Ryan Reynolds?
He's okay. I don't really have a problem with him. I don't know. I don't know why I didn't think I was going to like it.
I would do Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Okay, let's be honest. I would let Ryan Reynolds do me. It's, you know.
We know that that's what he wants.
I saw Zootopia.
Mm-hmm.
I did not.
Really?
I really should.
I liked
I
Zootopia.
wanted to see that. I didn't get a chance, but I wanted to.
Yeah. I like animals, so...
So you like animated movies then? Because they're all animals.
Yeah.
Apparently.
I
Except
do. I
Sausage
love
Party.
animation. Like, that's, like, the thing that I love. So
Yeah.
Sausage Party wasn't animals.
that tends to be the movies that I definitely
I didn't see that either. Just, you
What?
know.
Sausage Party are dead animals.
Yeah, I didn't see Sausage Party. Was that this year?
Yeah,
I
this
guess
year.
that was.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah.
I don't know if I really wanted to or not.
I didn't really want to. I saw Doctor Strange, and I really liked Doctor Strange. I thought the visuals were, like, really sweet.
They, like, outdid Nolan with his, like, city folding.
Mm-hmm. I really like the way that, like, as things spread apart, they were kind of, like, multiple copies of it to sort of fan out until it finally, like, it was, like, after images almost, but, like, but solid ones. Really good.
It was very cool.
I saw it in 3D, and it actually almost felt worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I saw it in 3D, too.
I never liked 3D, but it actually worked.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was
That's
really
what I said,
cool.
almost felt worth it.
Like,
you
the
know?
scenes where he was, like, shooting through space and everything.
Oh, yeah, like the slingshot fucking woo!
Yeah.
As he fucking
It reminded me of
everything.
some, like, crazy drug hallucinations that I had.
I mean,
and
I'm sure half of the box office of that movie was people going back to watch that high.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. I would love to watch that on acid.
I keep feeling like I would have a bad trip or something like that, watching that. It'd just be like, nope.
I think it'd be great.
Just all the nope.
I know there was something else I saw. I can't remember.
Well, if we can't get there, it's probably on the list.
Yeah.
So, I'm a big movie guy. I didn't see a lot of movies this year, and I'll just list off the stuff I didn't see that I should have seen. I didn't see Finding Dory, The BFG,
Me neither.
I didn't see The Legend of Tarzan, which actually looked kind of interesting.
I didn't even
it's like
know there was a
I
Tarzan
heard
movie
it
this
was
year.
actually kind of fucking terrible.
Really?
Yeah.
It looked interesting because it's a great cast for one. But it's a sequel to sort of what people know as Tarzan. It's like Tarzan comes back to the jungle.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Somebody
what
like
story it was,
forces his hand to
I
come
did
back
not
and
know
be
there was a Tarzan movie this year.
Yeah, it had.
I'm learning a lot today.
Of course, it had Sam Jackson because everything has Sam Jackson. But it had Christopher something, the guy that was fucking awesome in Tarantino movies. He won Best Actor in the previous two Tarantino movies. Anyways, that guy's awesome. I didn't see Sausage Party. I do want to see that one, even though you guys don't. I didn't see Kubo and the Two Strings because that looks
really
awesome.
want to see that one.
It looks super awesome.
I didn't get a chance to. I really want to see that one. It did look very good.
I really liked the short film Lights Out. I didn't get to see the actual film version of it. I didn't see Don't Breathe, which looks fun horror movie. I didn't see Yoga Hosers, which was the Kevin Smith movie. New Blair Witch movie I didn't see. I didn't see Deepwater Horizon, Girl on the Train, Trolls, Hacksaw Ridge, Edge of 17, Manchester by the Sea, Moana I still haven't seen.
Me neither.
Want to see that one.
I would like to see that too.
La La Land, and A Monster Calls. Those are all movies I wanted to see and I never managed to see.
Yeah.
So my number 10 movie was Independence Day Resurgence, which should have been on the last episode because it was terrible to most people, but it was a fucking Independence Day movie.
I still want to see it.
You're shitting yourself if you're trying to say that Independence Day, the first one, was a great film.
It wasn't.
It was a fun film, and so was this one. Admittedly, not quite as fun as the first one, but I still all I wanted was more of those guys, like fucking
More
Jeff
of Jeff
Goldblum, and I wanted more of the president.
Bill
He was
Pullman.
there, Bill Pullman.
Yeah.
And we got more Data. Yes. Whatever his name was, I forget.
I met him once.
What's his name?
Brent Spiner.
Brent Spiner.
Right.
Yeah. For some reason, he's there.
I met him once too.
Really?
I got a picture of him trying on a Starfleet uniform that somebody handed him. It was pretty great. Because the guy who handed it to him, and I guess made it or whatever, did not have the foresight to actually get pictures of it as it was happening. So like he posted on like the Fan Expo. This was for 2015, I think. And he was like, "Did anybody get pictures of that?" And like, boom, gotcha. He's like, fucking awesome.
Yeah. So I enjoyed Independence Day. The graphics were rad.
I still want to see that one. That is one I have not seen. I wonder if it's on Netflix yet. Because some of the movies that came out last year already are.
I checked over Christmas to watch it with my mom, and it wasn't there.
Okay. Well, hopefully it'll be there soon.
Number 9 is Zootopia. It's awesome. It not only is it just like a great animation film, but like
I heard it was surprisingly deep under the fucking
it was
colorful.
fucking like super relevant.
Yeah.
It's all about racism, classism, and sexism. A lot of men will say it's not about sexism, but it's about sexism as well.
I would imagine so. You know what sold me on it? What totally sold me on wanting to see it, even though I still haven't had a chance to?
What?
Fucking Peter Moosebridge.
Yeah, totally.
The fact that Peter Mansbridge got in that movie, I'm like, yes.
That's so
yes.
good. Number 8, The Witch, which was an independent film. I think it's independent. Like, low budget film.
I didn't hear about it,
It
so
was
probably.
this, like, really weird sort of slow burn horror movie that's a period piece. It's about this family that is ejected, or I guess, what do you call it when they get kicked out of somewhere?
Exiled?
Exiled,
That's
sort
the
of,
one.
from this town
I was about
of
to say
people.
deported, but that's clearly not it.
Kind of
Close,
that.
close.
Kind of. They sort of get kicked out of this town that they were living with people, so they're sort of on their own. And this weird stuff starts happening, and like, it's very much like witch hunt era kind of thing going on. And yeah, it's just like weird. And the tone of it is incredible. I love seeing like new filmmakers just like kind of do their own thing. And it's super cool.
That sounds like something I'd watch.
Yeah, you should watch it.
Yeah.
I'm not really big on the horror movies for some
I
reason.
love horror.
But
And the thing is, though, it's not like what we think of as horror. Like, you could watch it and be like, was that a horror movie?
Yeah.
Like,
And I like stuff like that too.
yeah.
Like, I guess for me, for the most part, what it is just like, I'm just sick and goddamn tired of movies that always rely on fucking jump scares and shit like that.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I like
those.
like really deep psychological
Yeah.
horror
Yeah,
that
those
kind
ones,
of like
those ones I'm
it gets
okay
you
with.
from the inside.
But like like any of the ones that it's like there's a monster or there's a killer or there's a something and it's like boom jump scare, boom jump scare. Oh, this person's going through a hallway, boom jump scare. Except it's actually one of their friends. Oh, but then right behind them, oh shit, there's the thing. You know, and it's
There's always a cat.
and I'm always just like, fuck off. Or the ones that are just like, everybody's getting hacked apart unnecessarily. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake, whatever. But yeah,
I mean, some of those are good for a laugh.
Yeah, no, that's definitely true. But yeah, the more psychological ones, those I'm usually a lot more okay with.
Yeah.
Except for the fact that
the
sometimes
best
at the end of them I find myself a little bit fucked up.
Well, that's the sign of a good
I know.
horror movie.
Yeah. 10, 9, 8. Number 7. This one actually a horror movie. Conjuring 2. These Conjuring movies, they're directed by, I lost his name, but he's
Once
awesome.
again.
I'm losing all the names.
Before I forget, remember I was talking about Split?
Yes.
The thing that makes me kind of M. Night Shyamalan.
Is it like produced, directed as him? Maybe he'll be back. Maybe it'll be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Anyway, go on, continue.
That wasn't even actually, we weren't talking about that on camera. So
I know.
Oh.
But
the movie Split looks interesting.
yeah. Yeah.
The Conjuring 2. The director, what is his name? It's a Asian name, I think.
I don't know.
He's directing the Aquaman movie as well.
Oh, I have no fucking clue.
Anyways, it's gone. His skill for making horror movies frightening without using jump scares is incredible. I haven't seen anything like that in decades. He uses tension incredibly, and he doesn't jump scare you. Where when we think of jump scares, we think of like, here's a noise, now you're scared because of the noise. He will scare you from what's on screen and what he's doing with the camera. There are multiple scenes that are just long shots. Camera, pan back. 10 minutes of just like going like one long shot and you don't know what's going to be there.
I saw a movie like that recently. I can't remember what it was. It was another horror though.
Yeah. And like specifically I remember in the first movie there's a shot like that and it sort of cuts finally and then up at the top of the screen is this thing you're supposed to be scared of. No sound, but it's there. You're like, oh shit, and it comes at the screen. That's not a traditional jump scare. That's an actual way to scare you without being cheap, right? It's like, here's what you're going to be scared of. Are you scared yet? Ah. So I really enjoy when movies aren't cheap.
I'm kind of reminded of this scene of fucking Tim Daly, voice of Superman in the old DC animated stuff, right? He's sitting there like doing chores around the house, and like Kevin Conroy will be like off in the distance, right? And then he'll like the camera will pan down as he goes to do something, and as it comes back up, Kevin Conroy's gone. And he goes looking for
Totally.
Yeah, like that kind of shit.
What was that video? What was it called?
That was I think it was actually called Batman versus Superman.
Oh really?
Yeah, it was fucking great. Because then they got into a fight. It was brilliant.
Number 6, Doctor Strange. Again, we don't really have to talk more about that movie, but it was a feat in filmmaking. It looked good. And again, Marvel did it, bringing a character not a lot of people cared about or knew, and made it super enjoyable and a box office hit.
Yeah.
So
and they tackled the superhero origin story from like a different perspective because it wasn't like it was basically Magic Iron Man.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like dude gets fucked up, fixes it, but and fixes it and becomes superhero. Same basic beats.
Yeah.
But just different.
Yeah.
All different.
Yeah.
Different mindset, different challenges, different everything. And good. Very good.
Rogue One. I mean, everybody talks great about. Actually, a lot of people didn't like it. Apparently.
Yeah. No, I've actually heard that a lot of people were like, oh, it was just this or it was just
I've only heard good things about it.
I mean, I'm not a huge Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
And I really liked it. It's probably one of my favorite Star Wars films. And I guess that doesn't say much because I'm not a huge Star Wars fan. But as a film, it's really good. So that's all I really got to say about that. Super
Blind
enjoyable.
Donnie Yen was the best.
Yeah.
Hence action figure.
Totally unnecessary, but definitely one of the best parts of that movie.
Yeah, like he served almost no point. Although he was, I mean, his whole thing was like a callback to the earliest forms of Star Wars, right?
Yeah.
Which was really, really great. A lot of the stuff was really great. Also, it came out that Donnie Yen was actually the one that decided his character be blind.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's like, I don't really want to be credited for it if it turns out to be something that's like really, really important to everybody for this character. But he basically just wanted to, give him a kind of vulnerability and give him, stuff like that. And just kind of, he's like, I mean, if I'm just like the warrior monk guy, like whatever, I'm always the fucking warrior monk guy. But, let's give him something. So boom, he's blind, right?
Yeah.
And the fucking filmmakers ran with it and it wound up being, like integral to the character and made him like so much more likable, I think.
Yeah.
Cool.
Especially with the I'm blind joke, which I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
Because hasn't seen. You should see. It is good.
Yeah. I'll probably watch it soon.
Civil War, obviously. I mean, we've been talking about that for 8 months now or something, so we don't need to talk about it more.
No,
it was
exactly.
awesome. Spider-Man was a great introduction for him. Yeah. Again, Russo brothers showing that they're a master of their art.
Yeah, so. I mean, the thing that made that movie so great was the fact that they had so many characters, so many big names from Marvel movies past, and they managed to give them all, all their fucking due in that movie. Mm-hmm. Right?
And that doesn't mean that everyone needed to steal the show.
Yeah, nobody felt wasted. That's the thing. Right?
Yeah.
Not a single character in that, to me, felt like they were wasted.
Yeah. I mean, Ant-Man was there for 5 minutes.
Yeah, and he was great in that 5 minutes.
Exactly what he needed to do.
Yeah.
Deadpool, I guess kind of a surprise. Definitely box office surprise.
What number are we on now?
This is 3.
Okay.
Deadpool was definitely a box office surprise. I don't think anyone who's a fan of Ryan Reynolds and Deadpool thought that this was going to be bad because they knew that Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool.
Well, yeah, like Ryan Reynolds was born Deadpool. It just took him this long to get the costume.
Yeah. Well, no, he got the costume earlier. He got the right costume.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, it took him this long to get the right costume, exactly. But no, the fact that he got a chance to do right by the fact that they fucked up Deadpool the last time he played it.
I just realized they call him the Merc with a mouth, and they took away his mouth.
Yeah, no, that was the first complaint I had after seeing that movie. Like, the first thing. I was like, in fact, while I was watching fucking Wolverine, right, and he fucking showed up after all the surgery had been done, and he was no longer played by Ryan Reynolds. He was played by some other actor / stunt dude who they kind of prosthetically shaped his face to slightly resemble Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Because by that point, he was like, nope, I'm out.
Yeah.
But, as he fucking showed up on screen, I'm like, how's he supposed to be the man with a mouth if he's got no fucking mouth? Fuck this movie.
Luckily, that
Gambit was terrible. The guy that had playing Gambit in that movie was fucking terrible.
Really?
Yeah.
I remember kind of thinking that he looked the part.
I didn't like him. I didn't like him one bit.
It's probably better than Channing Tatum.
I'm glad that movie's never actually going to happen.
Cross your fingers.
That movie's never actually going to happen.
I mean, if they end up making a deal with Marvel, then that movie won't happen. Hopefully that turns out that way.
I hope they do. Like, honestly, I hope everybody just kind of, like, makes deals or hands Marvel back the properties that they need.
Yeah, it's like, 2016's over. Let's all be friends.
Yeah. I mean, with the exception of Deadpool, anything not produced by Marvel Studios is just kind of on a downward fucking slope, right?
It really is.
I mean, their X-Men ones peaked at fucking,
2.
Well, yeah, like the first X-Men movie was good. The second X-Men movie was pretty good. The third X-Men movie was so bad that they spent the next several movies trying to pretend it didn't happen. The Wolverine movies, The Wolverine was actually a pretty good movie.
Yeah, it was.
The rest were shit.
Logan will
yeah.
almost, probably be, Oscar worthy.
Probably, yeah.
I'm hoping.
Logan looks pretty good. But, then the X-Men fucking prequel trilogy.
Yeah.
I mean, right? The one that's going so far as to try to retcon all the timelines, because nobody knows where the fuck that shit's going anymore, right? That is just them scrambling at shit, and yes, just, Against All Odds, Days of Future Past was a good movie, because it finally succeeded in making 3 never have happened.
Yeah.
that was its biggest fucking contribution to the whole thing. Was that, you remember the third X-Men movie? No, it didn't happen. Didn't fucking happen. Everybody's still alive. Everybody's good. Everything's great. Fuck everything else.
Yep.
But then Apocalypse. I mean, it was okay, but it's you can feel it's like when two of the engines have gone out and the plane's like, oh fuck, what are we doing? Right? That's what that movie was. And then they're like, hey, we're gonna do another one. It's set in the 90s, and everybody's gonna have the 90s X-Men costumes. And I'm like, okay, this has potential. Because they ended Apocalypse by giving them basically movied up versions of the 90s X-Men costumes. And I'm like,
I did hear them say that, actually, that it went almost more of a Marvel route, being more like, we're going to be like the comic book again, kind of thing. So that
was like kind of, because like, when you see fucking Cyclops suiting up, he's got the gold visor, he's got the golden fucking bandolier, whatever fucking thing across his chest with the little X-Men logo in there and shit like that. I'm like, okay, you might have something here. Next movie will determine whether or not you guys need to keep the X-Men.
It's interesting, though, because back when they made X-Men, the first one, what is that, 2000, 99?
Would you prefer yellow spandex?
That's the thing, and people appreciated them not doing the yellow spandex thing.
I didn't.
But what if they did, though? Would it have been good? I don't know if they could have done that back then.
Back in those days, probably not. I don't think that would have gone over as well with, audiences.
It's interesting how Marvel has had such an effect on the landscape. They figured it out.
Yeah.
I credit it all to Feige, because he's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, they figured out how to take the elements of the comic and put them in a movie and make them believable. Right? And now...
I don't know about believable. I think they make you suspend your disbelief.
Believable within the movie itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, not believable within, real world things. Believable within the world these movies are presenting to you.
Speaking of believable, I really want a scene where, I read this on Tumblr and I think it was great. One of the Stan Lee cameos where he's just like a janitor and he picks up Thor's hammer to wipe under it and put it back.
No, I would love that.
That
I would
would be fucking
love
great.
that.
Totally believable.
Yeah. Yeah, Stan Lee's just fucking mopping a floor or whatever and he's like, I'll get this out the way.
Okay. We were talking about Deadpool, apparently. That was number 3.
Even better is if they're in the midst of a fight, right? And Thor gets hit or whatever, drops his hammer, right? And it fucking lands somewhere and it crashes through the roof of a building or whatever, right? And that's where Stan Lee is whoa, holy shit, there's and then he just fucking put that over there, kind of trying to clean that shit up.
Yeah.
Right? That'd be the perfect setup. And they wouldn't, fucking do it, Marvel. Don't even credit anybody that's, except maybe the original Tumblr poster, whoever that happened to be.
Yeah.
Credit them, not us, but, just kind of add it to it, right? As I do. I bring a certain something to the table, don't I? This time it was toys.
And a drink. And your phone.
Well, yeah, that too.
Number 2.
Yeah.
10 Cloverfield Lane. I was always a big fan of Cloverfield, and I didn't know what to expect.
I did not like
from this movie.
Cloverfield.
No, I saw it in theater without knowing anything about it, and I loved it. It was a good found footage movie, whereas most of them are garbage. And it was unique. JJ brought his stuff to the table with it, and I liked it. It was just sort of... again, I liked the original because it didn't have the Hollywood ending that they always tack on, right? I thought that was unique. Yeah. And, I mean, the monster left something to be desired, but that wasn't really what it was about. It was sort of this love story trapped within a disaster.
Yeah.
10 Cloverfield Lane is a whole different...
kettle of fish.
Sure. Great performances. John Goodman, Oscar-worthy performance in it. And the other 2 characters were good too. There's only 3 people in it. It's very claustrophobic, and you're never really quite sure what is happening. It's a really, really good psychological thriller. Have you watched it?
I have not.
You should watch it, actually. It's really good.
Okay.
Much better than the first
I still intend to see it.
And the payoff at the end, a lot of people were super pissed about it. I don't know why, because I fucking loved it. Even though it's only a couple minutes, but totally worth it, because you get this awesome film for the first hour and 20 minutes, and the last 10 minutes is okay, this is cool too. Sure, why not? Fuck yeah. And it doesn't... people kind of question whether it's actually tied into Cloverfield or if it's just like Cloverfield now is like this series of sort of like alien themed movies or monster themed movies or something, just like kind of a horror.
I mean, I guess technically the
anthology.
monster was an alien.
In Cloverfield, was it an alien?
Yeah, don't you remember some of the footage that got taped over? They see something fall from the sky and crash into the water.
Right,
That's
right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and
I couldn't remember if it came from the water like Godzilla or not, but I guess it was an alien.
Yeah, it was alien.
Yeah, really great movie.
Was it the same like shaky camera?
No. This is an actual.
I hated that. That was the thing I hated about Cloverfield. It gave me a headache.
Really, I feel like Cloverfield did it well. Like
I did not like that
because there's a lot of movies that do it and they they make you sick. But I felt that one was really good. Maybe I just liked the movie too much to be bothered by it. But yeah, this one's like an actual steady cam.
Yeah, I might like it then.
Yeah, so that was really great. Number 1 movie of the year, without a fucking doubt, and I don't think any of the other ones that I didn't see will probably surpass it, Arrival. That movie was incredible, and totally something you'd never see anywhere else. It's the only movie of its kind. If you've seen the trailer, you know aliens land. But it's like, what are they doing here? And it's just like, what? The movie is very academic. It's about a language professor who's hired by the U.S. government to try to communicate with the aliens in the ship. And that's pretty much all it's about. It's about trying to communicate with these aliens. And it is incredible. Just the way they display how you would learn a language that you know nothing about.
I heard it's actually pretty accurate to that, too.
Yeah, it totally is.
Like, all sorts of news outlets got all sorts of fucking linguists and shit like that, and they're like, how does this stack up? And they're like, yeah, no, that's fucking legit. That's what we do.
Yeah. Cool. Not only that, like, it sort of adds... It's not even really a sci-fi movie. Like, when you think of sci-fi, you think of, like, this... lots of, like, technology and stuff like that. Exactly. Yeah. But this is a very academic, dramatic movie, and they add this dramatic sci-fi twist at the end, which sort of brings together some of the, like, what exactly is happening.
As long as the alien's not her father, it's all good.
No. But yeah.
Contact, right?
Yeah.
No. What movie was that? There was some fucking movie where that happened.
I haven't seen Contact in forever. Anyways, Arrival, go see it. It's fucking awesome.
I still intend to see that, yes.
Oh, man. I still need to see it again, actually. I feel like it might be even better the second time.
Well, if we can pick a good day to do it, I'll go with.
Is it even still in theaters?
I have no idea.
When did it come out?
A couple months ago.
It'll
probably still be in Langley. Langley always has movies for a long time. Anyways, that's it. Any thoughts?
No thoughts.
Yeah.
I mean, most of the movies I saw required no thought, so,
yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
No, you know what? Like, there was a couple of things that, I mean, there's a lot of movies that I wish I had seen that were on that list.
Yeah, me too.
And I am going to see them, at least some of them. But I'm looking forward to what happens this year now.
Yeah.
Looking forward to some of it anyways.
We'll talk about that next time.
Oh, did anybody see Fantastic Beasts?
Yeah, actually, it's not on my top 10 list.
No, I didn't see it yet.
You didn't see it? It was fine. Again, I always say you can tell that it was J.K. Rowling's first standalone script because it was a bit of a mess. I mean, it was fun. I liked the characters. I like the characters a lot, actually.
Yeah.
I think I may have expected a bit more from the American Wizarding world. Like, I wanted to know more about it, but we didn't really get it.
Oh.
But they say they have 5 more films coming, so maybe we will get it. I don't know if they're going to be Newt Scamander films. I hope they're not. I want that movie to be Newt and be done with it.
Newt.
I want to see the next 5 films be another thing from the Harry Potter universe and another thing and another thing.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah. Sort of like the Rogue One kind of thing. That was there, done.
Yep.
And I want to see this other story.
Man, some of the shit in Rogue One, though. Oh, so good.
Yeah, it was really good.
So good.
My battery's about to die, so I guess we'll call it there.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye, everybody. If you haven't seen any of the movies we really liked, go see them. If you haven't seen any of the movies we didn't like, go see those too. Make your own opinions. Don't just listen to us. But thanks for listening to us anyways.
Nobody listens to us.
Oh, I mean, if they've watched this video, they technically just did.
I guess yeah.
So yes, thank you for listening to us, but don't listen to us.
What's the word that I mean? Like when someone listens to you, being that they like.
Nobody takes our advice. Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, thanks for listening to us, but don't listen to us. And then it fucking cut.
I got that.
Yep.
Not only was the battery about to die, it also ran.
The video just stopped automatically, because why not?